When expanding into the Danish market, one of the most decisive enablers of a smooth and compliant entry is the effective use of an importer of record, or IOR. And understanding how this role unlocks success in Denmark can mean the difference between delayed shipments and a streamlined launch. Denmark is a highly regulated, highly efficient economy, with customs, VAT, and product compliance frameworks that are rigorous but predictable if handled correctly. For organisations that do not yet have a legal entity in Denmark, or that are testing the market before committing to a full-scale presence, an importer of record becomes the local anchor that assumes responsibility for bringing goods into the country in line with Danish and EU law. At its core, an IOR is the party legally responsible for ensuring that imported products are correctly classified, valued and declared to Danish customs, that all applicable duties, VAT and fees are paid, and that the goods meet the relevant regulatory, safety and documentation standards. Rather than your organisation needing to become an expert in Danish customs codes, VAT regulations and sector-specific rules, you can rely on a specialised partner who does this every day and who understands the practical nuances of working with Danish authorities. This is especially important in industries such as technology, life sciences, industrial equipment, and consumer goods, where product standards, certifications, and documentation requirements are more complex than they may initially appear. In practice, an importer of record in Denmark will manage the end-to-end compliance process for your inbound goods. They will obtain and maintain the necessary identification and registration with the Danish authorities, arrange correct customs classification using the appropriate HS codes, and ensure that customs declarations are submitted accurately and on time. They take responsibility for calculating and paying duties and import VAT, and for retaining the underlying records required in case of audits. From your perspective, this allows your internal teams to focus on commercial activities such as sales, marketing, and customer relationships, knowing that the operational and regulatory foundations are being managed competently. Importer of record services become particularly powerful when combined with logistics, warehousing, and distribution support within Denmark, because this integrated approach can reduce lead times, lower administrative overhead, and deliver a more consistent experience to end customers across the Nordic region. One of the critical advantages of using an IOR in Denmark is speed to market. Establishing your own local entity, registering for VAT, and building in-house customs capabilities can be time-consuming and resource-intensive. By contrast, leveraging an experienced IOR allows you to ship products into Denmark much earlier, validate demand, and refine your go-to-market strategy before committing significant fixed costs. This flexibility is highly valuable in today's environment, where organisations seek to balance growth with risk management and capital efficiency. Another dimension is risk mitigation. Denmark's authorities are professional and data-driven, and non-compliance is taken seriously. Errors in classification, undervaluation of goods, or incomplete technical documentation can result in shipment holds, penalties, and reputational damage with regulators and customers. A robust importer of record brings proven processes, controls, and local expertise to reduce these risks, ensuring that your products move predictably through customs and that your organisation has a clear audit trail. This is particularly relevant when dealing with products that may be subject to export controls, environmental regulations, or sector-specific approvals. In such cases, having a partner who understands the Danish and EU landscape is indispensable. When evaluating a potential importer of record in Denmark, it is important to look beyond basic customs clearance and consider the broader partnership. Leading IOR providers will offer transparent pricing models, clear delineation of roles and responsibilities, and regular reporting that gives you visibility into volumes, costs, and compliance status. They will have a strong track record with Danish customs and tax authorities, well-defined governance and data security standards, and the capacity to scale with your growth. Many global companies select an IOR who can operate not only in Denmark, but across multiple European markets, enabling a consistent approach to compliance and logistics while still respecting local requirements. For your internal stakeholders, from finance and tax to legal and operations, this structure provides clarity on who owns which part of the import process and where key risks are managed. Ultimately, unlocking success with an importer of record in Denmark is about creating a platform that allows your business to move with confidence. By delegating import compliance, documentation, and regulatory interactions to a trusted local partner, you free your teams to focus on creating value for customers and building your brand. You gain faster access to a stable and sophisticated market, reduce the risk of disruption at the border, and avoid the need to invest prematurely in local infrastructure. For many organizations, especially those entering Denmark for the first time or expanding a regional footprint, an importer of record is not just a tactical solution to a customs challenge. It is a strategic lever that supports agile market entry, disciplined risk management, and sustainable growth. As you plan your next steps in Denmark, consider whether partnering with an experienced IOR could be the catalyst that allows you to accelerate your timeline, strengthen compliance, and unlock the full potential of this market.